Hey guys, what's up? We had a bit of an interruption. We had like someone knock on my door, so I had to go and talk to some people, but now we can get back to the game. So we're on Par Pit, which is advanced level 20, and we're gonna try to beat the ultimate time, so let's go. So this ultimate time's actually not that hard because they give you a lot of leeway. You have a lot of extra time, so you can even end up missing some gems, and if you just know the path, you should have no trouble beating it. Being good at wall hits helps you too. Although even if you're not a terribly skilled wall hitter, you can still do just fine here. And as you see here, the ultimate time is 1:15, but we got a 1:01, so we are good to go. So let's go on to Platform Race 2. Now this one's just like Platform Race 1. You just have to get on the platform, then get to the gem at the end, except in this one, the challenges are only 10 seconds long, so you have to be fast. Like this. Like, we wouldn't have enough time to wait, grab another super jump there like we did in Platform Race 1. However, I will show you that we actually can do something at the end. The trick to each of these is just get the gem and keep on going. Now this is the gyrocopter challenge, and this is where things get kind of interesting. So as you see here, we grabbed an extra gyrocopter to take with us to the next challenge. Now what could we do with that? Well, we could do wall hit here and take a shortcut and finish early. Alright, means it's time to go to the next level, Quaked Path. Now this is actually a fairly tricky level, but there is a nice little exploit we can do. It's not that easy to do, but if we can pull it off, we can pretty much guarantee ultimate time. What you want to do is you want to time your jump here so you can bounce there and then get across. Then you just have to get the gem. And then you have to get to the finish, but the platform's always waving back and forth, so it's kind of tricky. And if you're really good, what you can do is you can do an edge hit off that hole and then edge hit directly into the finish, but it's hard to do. So I wouldn't recommend it if you're just going for ultimate time. If you're going for a world record, on the other hand, then maybe you should learn the trick. But you just want ultimate. But this is actually pretty tricky, so it might take us several tries to get this to work. You can also take the full way to do ultimate time, but you have to be like really fast if you want to do that. You have literally no room for error if you're going to do ultimate that way. Okay. But for the most part, this is kind of luck-based as well. And you get this gem. Shoot. If we jumped a little bit earlier, we would have made it that time, but let's just keep trying. But yeah, I'd say this is probably one of the trickiest of the advanced ultimate times. Because the platform's always shaking, so you can get thrown off very easily. You know what, maybe I'll just try that edge hit. See if I can get better results. Yeah. There we go. So now let's go to the next level. Frictional Ascent. This one should be easier than Quaked Path, hopefully. Or not. So the first trick here is to get this gem like that. Then there's a time travel there. So jump on that time travel, and then there's some jumping. Do here. And you can bounce up these big steps all the way to the top. Now the main exploit here is to do an edge hit here, and then you can keep the super jump with you when you go up to this section. So now we have a super jump in hand. And now what we can do is we can do a super jump here, bounce off this platform, and screw up. Let's try that again, but the general idea is with that you can use the super jump to skip that entire section of the level. I actually don't think you need to do this trick to beat the ultimate time. In fact, I botched it up. I think you can still get ultimate time even if you don't do this trick though, so yeah. So then you want to grab this gem on the ice. And you can do this. This ending section, what you want to do is you want to jump off this platform. And you have to jump off at the right time though, because then you want to land back on the platform and then get into the finish. But it's not that easy to do. And plus I'm more used to doing it by using the super jump exploit, so but yeah, there are quite a few tricky levels coming up, so we'll have to brace ourselves for that. half pipe, and you can just jump up these bouncy steps. You can skip that bounce over there. And let's try the edge hit. And we failed it, so now we're going to have to start over. No! That time was really close, though. I did the edge hit, but I missed the super jump. That's not great. And I didn't even get launched high enough by the launcher. So let's try this again. But yeah, I'm so bad at this. It's kind of embarrassing. Okay, we got the super jump. We got this gem. Come on, just get a bunch of speed. Okay, there we go. So our final time is 43.96 seconds, which is way under the ultimate time of 1 minute. So that means it's time to move on to the next level. Ice Cold Pass. Now this level's really stupid because you can just... ultimate time is 3.25 seconds, but that's because you can just do a wall hit like that and then fall into the finish and you're done. But it's like the whole level is actually supposed to be a fairly hard level, but just no one cares because you can just exploit so easily. So now this level is actually, there's a little bit tricky stuff in this one. But what you want to do is you need to get these time travels on the edge of this bowl. There's another one over here. And you can use a super jump to get all the way up to the top of here. And there's another super jump right here. And what you want to do is you want to edge hit off one of those trapdoors and then use the super jump and you can get all the way to the end. You can also do an edge hit off the time travel as well. There you have it. Alright, next up, Treacherous Path. The Treacherous Path, I guess it's kind of similar in style to Perilous Road. I mean, they're both red, they both have 10 gems, they both have similar structure. Except Treacherous Path, however, is unlike Perilous Road, you can actually use a non-linear route. And that's what I'm going to show you. So you want to do first is you want to get that time travel. Now there's some bumpers. There's one here, another one here. Now there's a nuke. What you can do is you can go boom. And we hit the bottom of a trapdoor. That's not too good, is it? So bumper hit, bumper hit. And what you want to do is you want to do a nuke hit. Now we can get up here, and as you see, we can grab a time travel. Now we want to grab that time travel. Now that time travel there is 30 seconds, which will keep the clock stopped for quite some time. And then you can bounce and get that 5-second time travel over the wall like that too. And now we just basically keep beating a level in reverse. Then we can get this time travel up here. And then get this gem. Now let's hit this checkpoint. Then we can do another nuke hit. And then finish with a wall hit. Grab this time travel here, because why not? And there's just a gyrocopter and a slope. And into the finish we go. And our final time is 10.80 seconds. Another fairly easy ultimate time. So next, let's go on to Combo Course. So the gimmick of this level is basically that each challenge is basically you have to figure out how to use 2 power-ups in conjunction to succeed. So we can do this, and you want to get this. Looks like we missed the time travel. Didn't get enough height. Sometimes you only need 1 power-up. In some challenges, you can just skip entirely. we're done. Oh yeah, also there's an achievement on the leaderboards for this level that you can get by winning in under 1 minute. So we got it here, so if you want to get that achievement, just do what I did and you should be fine. Also, we missed a time travel too, so that run can go faster. So then this is Ultimate Tree. Now, Ultimate Tree is quite a tricky level because of the very narrow platforms. So basically what you want to do in this level is grab the gems and the time travels too. But it's a little bit tricky because you don't want to fall off. But the ultimate time is pretty generous, so you can take your time and be careful. Make sure you don't slip off. There's a gem here. You can actually get this gem just by jumping like that. Yes, we made it to the main platform. Yeah. Also, the timing of the platform cycles is important here, too. There's a gyrocopter here. That'll be important later on. There's a 3-second time travel here. And there's a time travel here. Now, what we want to use is the gyrocopter. And we can get enough height to get into this launcher. And then the level, it just ends like Money Tree with a giant launcher. And we can grab this gem. And there's one last gem here. Now go back across these cone-shaped platforms. And into the finish we go. Ultimate time is 1 minute and 55 seconds. So we beat it by a significant amount. Now let's do Strategy Climb. This is the 29th advanced level. So we're getting fairly close to the end of the advanced levels, but the next few that lie in the way are going to be far from easy. Actually, I'm just gonna do the easier route for this. It's slower, but it should get us ultimate time, and it's easier to do than my favorite route, or my top route. But what you can do here is do a bumper hit to skip that part. And then we can get this gem here and just go to the moving platforms. Now what we can do is we can do a jump like this and then hit this pyramid and then land on these time travels. Okay, screwed up there, but what you want to do is get those time travels on an early jump, and then you can save a few seconds, and then just the rest of the level's not too bad after that. This isn't the fastest route for this level, but it's good enough. And you just have to be careful here. And then the super speed. And we're done. Another ultimate time checked off. So let's go to the next one, Despair. Now this one's actually pretty tricky because it might sound kind of intimidating to say this, but to beat this ultimate time, we're going to need to trap launch. So this could be quite frustrating. Hopefully I won't experience any interruptions while doing this, but this... The thing about trap launching in this game is very unpredictable, but Fortunately for this level, they're pretty lenient. They set the ultimate time fairly high, so that as long as you get a trap, so this one just wasn't high enough. But you have to get a little bit higher than that to make it work. So the original version of this level actually had gems in it, so you couldn't trap launch, and the ultimate time you just had to go from the start to the finish. We'll just keep trying until we get this to work. Yeah, now that's what we're talking about. And wow, we came pretty close to my best time, too. Anyway, on to the next level, Morph. Now this level is one of the most infamous levels of Marvel West Platinum. In fact, it was the last level that I beat. Not under ultimate time, but just beat. Mainly because on old computers, if you play this level, it can be very laggy. But either way, there are quite a few shortcuts that we can do here. Like, for example, you can hit the... If you fall down like that, you can exploit it and skip some parts. We failed at that time, but... Let's keep on going. Then the next part here is this gravity maze. I've actually never done the gravity maze the legitimate way, but what you can do is you want to hit that gravity modifier there, but you want to hit the corner of it so that you don't trigger the next section of the level. And then you can just, once you do that, you can grab everything sideways like this. But it gets better after that, because now you can grab this super jump and then use it to skip the tower climb section entirely, which is pretty cool. Then there's the playground section, which isn't actually super hard. And then there's a gem up here. Then once you finish clearing all the gems off of this, you can head over and shoot. That was a good run, too. This was just a bit greedy. I was trying to bounce it back into the... Bounce it back up and skip that part. Well, let's see what we can do here. Okay, we can do this launch. Do that, but that you have to be careful because you don't want to trigger the tower climb by hitting it in the wrong spot. Okay, here we go. Now we're at the playground section. Now we can... I know for a fact that the old version of this level, the ramp goes away once you use it, so so that you can't do stuff like that, but then they changed it. If you play a Marble Blast Platinum 1.00, and they have that. But the problem is like that ramp, it has like some misalignment, so it's not a perfectly smooth curve, and that's what you can get thrown back and then out of bounds if you're not lucky. In my opinion, it's not exactly a great thing to have in a Marble Blast level, but there we go. Now we're at the last section of the level. So now you gotta avoid these moving platforms. Get this gem here. And ride this moving platform. And this is the section where like the level used to lag really bad on my old computer. And to be fair, it was like a 2004 edition Mac. But then I figured out that you can actually skip this level by part of the level by doing an edge hit. So now we're at the final section of the level. Let's not screw this up. And we made it. Not to mention we beat the ultimate time of 2 minutes and 10 seconds by a fair amount. So that means we're on to the next level. Thief. So it's like a giant castle themed level. There's quite a bit of cool stuff we can do in here. We can jump, bounce up, steps. Now the gems in this level, so those are the first 4. So now what you want to do is you want to use this gyrocopter, then you can hit the nuke, and then you can go really high. Then you can bounce off this gem over here, and land on this time travel, and get this gem too. Now there's a super jump here, but what we can do is use this stuff to our advantage. Then use 2 super jumps. And another level defeated. And we also got under 1 minute on that. There's an achievement for getting under 1 minute on this level on the leaderboards, so you can do it by doing that. Next up we have Rolling to Eternity. Now this level is a fairly complex level. There's a lot of different ways to do it, but the ultimate time on this is not too hard. So first we can start by getting this time travel over here, and then respawning back at the checkpoint, and now we can start grabbing some gems. Like this. And then at the start of the level it says use the slope edging to your advantage, which you can, because you can use the sloped edging to do stuff like this. And that. There's a gem over here as well. And there are 2 in this area. You can get this one by just jumping up to the top of these steps. And there's another gem right there. Now we have to restart because the time travel ran too far. And we fell off there. See, that time travel is worth 25 seconds, which is plenty of time to grab a decent amount of gems. Oops, we wasted our super jump there to avoid falling off, but well, at least we didn't fall off, so... So now what we want to do is get back to the here. Now let's not screw this up. We only have one chance to get this to work. 108. 109.54. And we beat the ultimate time. Our best time is way faster than that, but we still beat the ultimate time, even though we went pretty slow in that run. So next, let's do random mayhem. So this level basically is, the floor is entirely covered in random force, and there's a lot of different ways to beat this level. So basically just find a way that works for you, and then focus on just doing it fast. And unlike me, who's constantly missing the gems. Let's just start over. Also, rolling backwards on random force is good too. Now we can grab this gem. And then the last 2 gems are this one. And there we go. And we beat this ultimate time by quite a bit too. So let's go on to the next level, Frictional Battlecube. And this is going to be the final advanced level. So basically the trick to this one is design a route that works for you, and then try to get fast at it. Get the general strategy for, let's say it's the general strategy for most levels in Marble Blast, but the way I'm most used to is iMathematician's old path, which for a long time was used in the World Record Rampage before H. Perks found his crazy sub-30 path that just totally annihilates this level. But thing is, we screw up sometimes, but that's okay. Then you can use it. Exploit the water texture as well to get the gem sideways. Made quite a bit of mistakes, but we still beat the ultimate time. So that's the end of the advanced levels of Marble Blast Platinum. And I think we did a pretty good job. We beat all the ultimate times without too much of a struggle. Anyway, I guess I'll see you in the next episode, and we're going to take on the expert levels. It's going to get hard, but I think we can do it. So don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more, and hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. See you next time.